Creating an interesting persona is one of the most important things in WWE. We've seen quite a lot of original characters in wrestling, but what about the ones that were directly copied from Hollywood? Well, today we'll go over 10 stolen WWE gimmicks that you might have missed. Before we get into it, let's play a trivia game, where I ask you a question and you comment below the answer. At the 2016 Backlash, a certain female superstar debuted a gear that was heavily inspired by Margot Robbie's portrayal of Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. Do you remember who that female superstar is? I will be replying to your comments, so make sure you join the party below. But you also have to hit the like button exceptionally hard in order for it to work.
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
The team of Tyler Breeze and Fandango, BreeZango, is a funny duo, but it was Tyler Breeze who first debuted the gimmick in NXT, a model who would catwalk his way to the ring while rocking an intense model face. This character was, of course, inspired by the 2001 movie Zoolander.
Hey, I got a wacky idea. What say we settle this on the runway?
Before Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were
iconic,
both superstars had very different gimmicks in NXT. Peyton's gimmick consisted of her wearing a green attire and smelling a flower like 10 times during her entrance. If you look at her gear, it was clearly inspired by Poison Ivy. The most notable portrayal of Poison Ivy was by Uma Thurman in the movie Batman and Robin.
And you are...
Poison Ivy.
Even though Gail Kim ended up being an underutilized superstar in WWE, she started off her career with a massive bang, winning the Women's Championship on her very first match. But what you might have missed was that her character was heavily inspired by the Matrix franchise. Her entrance video and promotional footage featured some very cool coding-like digitally made graphics, similar to the movie. She was also rocking some cool pair of sunglasses and a coat.
Would you accept the new reality?
Here's the answer to the trivia. WWE superstar whose attire was heavily inspired by Harley Quinn is, of course, the one and only Alexa Bliss. Bliss debuted the attire at the 2016 Backlash and wore it quite a few times after that. 2016 was also the time when Suicide Squad came out, where the DC character was portrayed by Margot Robbie. Furthermore, she would show off her championship belt in a similar fashion Harley Quinn held her bat in the movie.
What?
The inspiration brought by Suicide Squad didn't end there. In 2017, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan formed a team called the Riott Squad. This was, of course, a nod to the movie. Their entrance featured elements like the backdrop, font, and lighting that had the same vibe as Suicide Squad's trailers.
I did hear the rumor that Vince watched the Suicide Squad. Wanted like a Harley Quinn, a Joker.
Mick Foley had quite a few characters in WWE, such as Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and of course, Mankind. While Mankind was weird and scary in his own right, his gear, the mask to be more specific, was inspired by the character Hannibal Lecter from an Academy Award-winning movie, The Silence of the Lambs.
That is rather slippery of you, Agent Starling.
On a 2006 episode of SmackDown, Paul Burchill debuted a gimmick that was very similar to a certain character from a very well-known movie franchise, Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're not making any sense at all.
Burchill's attire looked like a Jack Sparrow Halloween costume, and his entrance music sounded similar to the movie's theme song. You know which one I'm talking about.
Watch this.
2020 has brought us many talented female artists, but no one comes close to the pop princess that arrived on the scene in 2007, Jillian Hall.
I want to sing a cappella for all of you!
On a real note though, the thing with her character was that she thought she could sing. And she did it a lot, unfortunately. It's clear that her persona was based on a real princess of pop, Britney Spears.
I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but everyone could tell you were lip syncing too.
And that was our list. Comment below, like the video, and make sure to subscribe to never miss an upload.